What is going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. How the heck are you? I thought I was going to be late. I forgot my water upstairs. I was like, oh gosh. Realized it as I was going live that I forgot it. So I had to scramble upstairs to grab my water. But we are here. Hope you guys are all having a great week. It's Tuesday. Feels like a very long Tuesday. And I was off of work yesterday. It feels even longer for some reason. But here we are. All right, checking in. We got Chad, we got Ron, and we got Steve. We got some usual faces. I love to see it. There is the giveaway link for you. I'm assuming you guys know what to do with that. But if you don't, enter once throughout the show. I'm going to post it multiple times. Just enter one time. We don't need duplicates or anything like that. But good to see you guys. Ron, I don't know if you were here last week, but you might be getting player of the week this week because you had a great week in the game last week. Let's take a look. Let's see if Ron. Oh, I just spilled my water. We are not having a great start. At least it's just water. We'll just throw that on the ground. It's fine. I didn't spill it on my controller. I didn't spill it on anything else. We're all right. We're all right. Mr. Hogan is here. Kirby had a good game last week too. Just doing big things. Good to see you guys. Good to see Kirby in here now that Minnesota teams are all out of the playoffs. Now he can be here. But let's take a look. I'm curious if Ron took home player of the week. We got some stuff to talk about this week. Few weekly awards. Ron, is this you? Look at this. Ron, QB1, 304 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. You love to see it. We got the Ravens this week, 8-5 against the 9-3-1 Packers. It's going to be a good one. Hopefully we can keep going off that momentum. But man, some big things happening in the last week. We had the NFL schedule release. How did you guys feel about the schedule release? How do you guys feel about the schedule as a whole? If you watched the schedule release video, what'd you think of that one? Ronnie said, whoa, did you just say after all the Minnesota teams are out of the playoffs? I did, because some people that are in here, Ronnie, like watching the Timberwolves lose and they like watching the Wild lose. I think they cheer for them, but we all know the Wild and Timberwolves. We know that they lose. That's just part of life. It's the great Minnesota curse. The only team that wins in Minnesota is the Lynx. So, I don't know. I kid. I mean, kind of kid. Is it really kidding if it's true? I mean, how do you have the 15-1 Vikings in 1998 and lose to the Atlanta Falcons? Gary Anderson shanks a field goal, never missed a kick that whole season, shanks a field goal, NFC Championship game. Greatest offense maybe ever. Just dominated, lose to the NFC Championship game. Then you have the 2009 Vikings. Holy cow, this team. Brett Favre, Adrian Peterson, out of your mind? Nope. NFC Championship bounce. So, and the Wild's the same thing. Vikings, Wild, Wolves. It is what it is. Winning a championship in any sport is an extremely difficult thing to do. So I say it with Jess because I've been fortunate to watch my team win 2 championships in my lifetime. But man, it is a very difficult thing. And Viking fans could give me the same grief of we had a 15-1 team that was dominant and then lost in the divisional round. We couldn't even make it to the NFC Championship. So what am I supposed to how am I supposed to talk? Packers have been there too. Just we've just had the ball bounce our way a couple more times than the Vikings. Chad says the schedule drop video was incredible. Yeah, I really liked it. Initial thoughts on the schedule release video. I was immediately hit with nostalgia. I'm like, what is going on here? This looks like Robot Chicken. And if you don't know, you should, but Robot Chicken was something that I grew up on. I watched a ton of it on Adult Swim growing up in high school and after high school. But in that Adult Swim lineup, I loved Robot Chicken. It was awesome. Now we're starting out great here. Short skits, just claymation and just great animation. And then the guy, shout out to Harv over there, one of the founders of Robot Chicken and one of the creators of Robot Chicken, is the one that created this schedule release. So it's no wonder why it looked like Robot Chicken. Is from one of the makers of Robot Chicken. So super awesome. I love to see Packy Packer back. I hope we get some Packy Packer merch or something along the lines this year, because just an awesome I don't know, awesome little tidbit of information, that short-lived Packers mascot, if you will, that the NFL was like trying to push mascots in the 80s, and we got Packy Packer. I hope they do something with him. I don't know that they will, but I hope they do, because that would be awesome. But yeah, I thought I was as you kind of like think about over the past 10 years. Think about 10 years ago when it was time for an NFL schedule to get released, how that vibe was compared to today. It is unbelievable how night and day different that is. And shout out to the Packers social media team, because over the last like 3 to 4 years, they have went from being this very, very conservative, tight-lipped, we gotta stay buttoned up and do things a certain way, to now just having fun with social media. Holy cow, we got blown up there. To now just having fun with social media, and it's awesome to see. I don't know if we should give credit to David Bakhtiari for calling him out on it. I don't know if he put the wheels in motion, but they've really, really changed how they are online. I don't think as much on Facebook, which I don't blame them. Facebook's kind of their demographics on Facebook are probably a little bit older, where you have a little bit of fun, but you got to still kind of keep it pretty grounded. But on Instagram and Twitter, they are really, really adjusting on how they act as a social media team, which is really fun to see. But I love that video release. Let's see. I'm missing some comments here. We got MJ in the building. Good to see you, MJ. Dude, we got absolutely torched on that first drive. We got to buckle up here. Steve said, looking forward to the first Sunday night game against Dallas. The schedule is kind of weird for green ticket holders. There's only, right now as it stands, there's only one non-noon game. Everything else is Thursday nights, Sunday nights, Monday nights. It's pretty, dude, who's 20? He is getting torched out there. What is going on here? We might have to take a look at that. He is just getting torched. I don't even know. Coaching depth chart. Why is 20 just getting blown by? Am I gonna have to swap and put the real Hall of Famer over there? He's 82 overall. He's not that bad. All right, we're making a stand. We're making a switch. But yeah, it's interesting the fact that I don't know what the hell I got going on. It's interesting the fact that we are that we're seeing the green ticket package get all the night games, and then you see gold package get the two divisional teams, two of the three. They get the big two, I would say right now. No, not the big two. I guess one of them's Lions, right? Is one of them Lions, or no? Did they get the? Now I'm contradicting myself. Did they get the Lions and the Bears, or did they get the Vikings and the Bears? No, they got the Vikings and the Bears. But even still, like, to get two divisional games is brutal. Gold package has been notorious for selling tickets, which that's another topic. But yeah, man, I just don't know. I don't know. It's a tough schedule for someone who has green tickets, because it's all primetime games. Let's see. I'm kind of getting caught up on chats. I'm just going on some rants here. Get the ball. Let's go. Oh, come on. Got a delayed. That was a big turnover. We needed that after our first drive. Kirby said Favre's interception versus New Orleans in that NFC Championship game put some ghosts to bed for sure. The Favre's, let's go MJ. Favre's interception, along with that 2010 season, did more healing to my soul than therapy probably would ever do. that 2009 season was brutal for me, being that my family's Vikings fans, and at the time I was living over in the Minnesota, or by Minnesota. I wasn't in Minnesota, but I was about 40 minutes or so from the border, and so I was dealing with so many Vikings fans that year, and I was working at Arby's, and so would always get the cars of people coming back from the Vikings games, and there'd just be all Viking, all their full Viking outfit, just hyped on cloud nine over games. And then, I'd be wearing my Packers stuff because it'd be game day or whatever. And it would just be, that fun rivalry talk, but also at the same time, it gets old. It gets old. So that end of the 2009 season and that 2010 season just healed my soul. That's for sure. Tully says John Kuhn equals shoeing for Packy Packer. I mean, he's already on the sidelines for game day. Yeah, it's it's kind of funny because they're talking about one of the issues with Packy Packer back in the day is that big outfit. People would overheat, and that's a fair concern. But I don't necessarily need the mascot back on the sidelines. I think if I could just get some merch, some Packy Packer merch, maybe we bring back the stuffy thing again, I would be all about that. That'd be awesome. I don't need him on the sideline. I don't care about the sideline, but Rhonda, good to see you. Good to see you, Rhonda. And then we got Trevor saying for sure he was giving them crap on Twitter. Yeah, I remember when Bach was kind of poking fun at them. MJ said, I personally, it's a joke they signed Aaron Rodgers for $25 million and Malik didn't get near that. I think it's a joke. They signed Rodgers for, yeah. I think the thing with the Rodgers thing compared to Malik is the Steelers aren't signing Rodgers as their future, where the Dolphins are trying to sign him as their, I hit the wrong guy. I had a wide open touchdown and I hit the wrong button. Shoot. The Steelers are like, this is a 1-year deal. No matter what, you have a four-time MVP. We want him to come in and coach these young guys. They just drafted a quarterback. So it's one of those things that they're maybe seeing the value in that too, but that's an expensive contract. Hey, Chris, good to see you, man. Yeah, I love the Packy Packer references in there. Honestly, that was so cool. Dakota. Nope. Butter hands there. MJ said, but is he worth 25 million? I mean, I think so. I think Rodgers is still a great quarterback. I mean, the quarterback market's insane. The quarterback market's always insane. You have 25 million for a quarterback nowadays is nothing. What are like, there's quarterbacks making like 60 something million. So to pay a guy 25 million, especially a guy like Rodgers, I think that's a all day no brainer. Just like getting Kirby this touchdown is going to be an all day no brainer. We'll see. It might go to MJ. Let's give it to MJ. We're going to try to make them eat some timeouts here. As we're kind of looking at let's run this play and then we'll see. I ran right into my tackle. Well, Kirby hasn't really shown up yet. He's caught a couple, but he's got to show up here. Nope. Soft. All right, let's get this touchdown. 89 over the middle. Is that Nathan? Yep, Nathan. Tully will get going out. One of these has to get lost in traffic, right? Tully's down there somewhere. Oh, dirty. Look at that. Sign me, Green Bay. Look at this offensive coordinating I'm doing. But as we're looking at the schedule, one thing that I'm kind of left wondering is the NFL going to get too greedy for their own good? And what I mean by that is, one thing that was beautiful about the NFL, and that what the NFL did really well, And there's a lot of fans like myself that don't enjoy watching some other sports because of their scheduling and how they are. But one thing the NFL did that was so beautiful was their scarcity of games. It was a Sunday night thing or Sunday thing, all day Sunday. It was a Monday night thing, and then that was it. You watch football Sundays and Monday night. Then we expanded to Thursday night, and you're like, okay, sure, Thursday. So now we got Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday. Okay. And now this year the Packers play on what? They play on Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday, Sunday. And at a point, I think you start doing, oh, no. At a point, I think you start doing more harm than good because of the fact that you are like, we're going to put football wherever we can put football. And I think that's a very slippery slope because of the fact that you can throw off a lot of people. And then factor in the streaming services that you're signing with it. Before it was like, yeah, you could have a game on ESPN, but even when it was on ESPN, I feel like it was on other stations as well. It wasn't just like a ESPN or nothing. I feel like it was still on like ABC or NBC or something like that for Monday Night Football. I could be misremembering. But at a certain point, I think the NFL is gonna see themselves trying to put football everywhere, and that, to me, that waters down the product, that tarnishes the product. I just think I don't know. I get concerned about that. And then the rise in prices of everything, which that's the nature of a business, but I don't know. Something about it's just it just feels like a slippery slope that at some point they're going to have to pay the piper on. All right, we're going to live to see another day. I don't know. What do you guys think on that? Am I mistaken on that? Am I the only one that's kind of thinking like, at what point is enough that you need to expand? And like, I don't even hate the fact that they're playing in other countries. That's whatever to me. At least they're doing it when they're doing it. They're doing it on the days they play football. But like, I don't really enjoy watching baseball because it's on all the time and the no salary cap. I don't enjoy basketball kind of for the same reason. As I've gotten older, I just can't watch every single game that's on. Postseason, you can kind of have fun with it, but it's just harder to do. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think we should try to deep one here to Kirby. Not that he's going to catch it, but we'll try. Kirby, get up and get one for once. Yeah, why would you? Why would you? Rhonda says a lot of Green Bay game is on pay-per-view or a streaming service, I would assume. But yeah, I mean, that's tough because it's what do you do? Look at this classic Raj Hail Mary. Yeah, Kirby wouldn't catch it if his life depended on it. Alfonso said they need to play the Super Bowl on Saturday. Dude, that is I agree wholeheartedly with that one. The Super Bowl being on Sundays is brutal. We're going to give this to Tully. Tully will come down with this. Someone's going to come down with it. No one came down with it. Tully had his hands on it. A bunch of brick hands. MJ said when you Netflix or Paramount game, you hinder everyone. Thankfully, as someone who lives in Green Bay, we get every game local. Otherwise, I'd be a lot more irritated about it. But it's one of those things. It's like, okay, you do NFL Network, or you do your package to watch your team, right? We're going to watch every single game. Well, now you need to also do Paramount or Hulu or Netflix or whatever. And it's okay. Well, now it just keeps growing. And then you have like the NFL Red Zone that was always ad free, always commercial free. whatever. I didn't watch it a ton because whatever, but 12 hours of commercial free football or whatever their slogan was, 10 hours of commercial free football or whatever it was. And now you don't even have that. Now they're throwing commercials in that. And it's just like, at what point, I don't know. I feel like this about a lot of things, but at what point is it like enough? Like, do we need to be greedy about everything? Kirby, look at that. Ron makes a play. Ron makes something happen on his legs, hits Kirby right in the hands, and Kirby just piddles down his leg. Unbelievable. 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 Chad says, I wish they made the subscription based on your team. Honestly, they should do something like that. Just let me pay one flat fee for, let me pay one flat fee for my team. Let me watch my team's games, and it is what it is. Like I understand that I'm not going to watch all of them, but that's fine. Let me watch my team's games. Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Kirby said the YouTube tried that, but the NFL shut it down. See, that's just, and I get it. Like, dude, the NFL is a business. You'd be naive to think that the NFL is going to do anything that is good for the customer. The NFL is trying to make as much money as possible. Just like every single, every other business in the world right now. That's why you go to the store and you just feel like everything costs so much money. It's because everyone's just got to make as much money as possible. But I mean, that's the way it goes. It's understand that, but man, it's just, and I complain, and it doesn't even impact me. I can watch every single Packers game locally because I'm in Green Bay. But like, it's still just crap that you have to deal with it if you're not in the market. I don't know. I just, at a certain point, you're deterring fans by spreading it so thin because people want to watch their teams, and if there's more barriers to do that, they're just going to go do something else. They're not going to watch. They're going to catch up on it. They're going to legally stream it. They're going to find other means. And I don't know. The NFL is just going to lose in the long run. But I think you're always kind of had that bound to happen when you get so successful that rather than kind of keeping things churning that have been working for you, you're going to decide to do something else completely different and get too greedy. But I don't know. That's my rant on the day. It'd be cool if my receivers could catch. Ooh, I thought I was throwing a pick on that one. Chad said, maybe it's just me, but it feels like they would sell more to guarantee you can see all your team games. Yeah, I think so. I think the world of, that's a pick. In the world of like the online gambling and stuff like that, that's on me, Ron. That's not on you. Ron's the only one that gets grace here. Ron is truly my fault. There's been a few times he sailed them. We'll blame him there. But unlike you jabronis dropping everything, Ron throwing the wrong ball is my fault. But you said that you feel like they would sell more to guarantee to see all games. Maybe. I don't know. In the world of today, I feel like so many people want to watch every game because of gambling, which is, that's always another funny story of like, the NFL getting mad that players are gambling. Meanwhile, every single ad is a gambling ad, and every single post game is sponsored by FanDuel or whatever gambling site. And I have no issues with sports gambling or doing your thing, but I just think it's the hypocrisy of it all is kind of funny to me. Like, oh man, this player got suspended for a year because they got caught gambling. And this suspension brought to you by FanDuel, your leader in sports, or whatever the hell their slogan is. And just like, what do we got going on? I'm just ranting tonight. I'm sorry. I just, it's a shame when you see something that you really enjoy and you feel like it's just going in a very weird direction on things. All right, I got to take over play calling. I feel like some of these play calls are not great. This Ravens team is kicking my tail. Probably doesn't help that I'm just bombing it out. Probably doesn't help that none of my receivers are catching. I've had a lot of minute drops tonight. Kirby's had a couple. See that one? That one you get hit. That is what it is. We cannot afford to have another 3 and out here. What's up with this game, man? Last week we just rocked. We rocked the team we're playing. And now I'm just throwing bad passes like that, of course. Rhonda said, Ben, are you going to be at, we don't have enough time. We got to go for this one. We can't just sit. We can't punt it away. We don't have enough time. Rhonda said, Ben, are you going to any of the games? I don't know yet, Rhonda. And the reason I don't know is it's going to be really hard, I think, to go to some of these games because of the fact that, let's go, Nathan. Let's go. What makes it really hard for me to go to some games, especially with this current schedule, is the fact that I have a 2-year-old. And with the fact that most of these games are primetime games, if I want to go to a game, I would have to go without my wife, which I prefer to go to games with my wife. I enjoy spending time with my wife, so I want to go to a game with her. But I can't necessarily do that when they're all primetime games because we don't have anyone to watch our son or put him to bed. We have people that watch him like during the day, but not like, putting him to bed's another thing. It's a different battle. So it's just one of those things that I don't know that I'll have the luxury of it, but we'll see. I hope so. I hope I can get to one. Anyone else going to any? I know Steve's going to one, but I don't know about anyone else. All right. We need 10 points in 6 minutes. Oh, there he is. Nathan says, how many games do you usually go to a year? I try to go to 2 a year. It depends on the situations, the circumstances I have going on. Prior to having my son, I would go to, I don't know, 2 to 3 a year, probably. Depends what opportunities came my way. I would have coworkers at the time in my job. My coworkers had season tickets, and so I'd get offered a lot of their tickets back in the day. And now I'm in a different role, different part of the company, so I don't have that same luxury. Oh, I thought Dakota had that one. So I don't get to go to as many. My brother actually now has season tickets through his like CPA. He bought his CPA season tickets, which is funny because my brother's a Vikings fan. But Kirby, I wanted to make sure you actually caught that one. But with this year, like last year, I went to 2 games. I went to the Bengals game and then the Ravens game. But this year with the games all being weird primetime hours, I don't know that I'll have that same luxury. God, they're eating you up, MJ. They are eating you up. It's a lot harder now that I have a toddler, though, that's for sure. Which is fine. I love watching games with my son. Yes, let's go, Kirby. Let's go, Kirby. Like my son gets so into football. We go to Lambeau Field probably weekly. Every time we drive by, Lambeau, football, Packers. I want to go in. He absolutely loves Lambeau Field. We go to all their fun events they do. My son just like eats, sleeps, breathes. Everything's Packers. He loves Packers, which is the greatest thing as a dad who is a big football fan to have my son. Oh, Rich is back in town. To have my son love football that much is it's honestly the best. I can't say how much it like melts my heart. I'll be like, oh, Mason, who's the Packers football or who's the Packers quarterback? And my son will go, Jordan Love. And then I'm like, oh, do you like Jordan Love? Yeah, he's my best friend. I'm like, okay, kid. Humble yourself a little bit. He's not your best friend. He's my best friend. Humble yourself. No. But yeah, my son's all about football. Thomas said I go to one game with my son. See, that's what I'm striving for, Thomas. I got to bring my son to some games and start having those connections. I think I'm going to take him to some preseason games with my wife this year, depending on what we get. But we got that Dom Capers 2011 defense going on. Rhonda says, enjoy your son and spend time with your son. Make those memories. Yeah, that's what we do. We go to training camp and we go to family night every year, even though we can't stay the entire time because he's just too antsy yet. But I think we're gonna go to preseason this year and see if we can't. Was that me? I don't know what the hell. I heard a beep noise, but yeah, we're gonna go to training camp this year and try to get some preseason games in. Trevor said my girls love Jordan Love. How could you not love Jordan Love? How could you not? Oh boy, 2 minutes. All right, we need to stop here. Is that my phone? It was my phone. I don't know why. I don't know why my phone. I've had my phone on silent since about 2007. I have no idea why my phone made an alert. It's from work. It's nothing I have to worry about, but still bizarre. So my apologies. My apologies that my phone made a noise there. Steve said, am I taking him to Pittsburgh for the preseason game? No, but that would be awesome. I would love to take my son to Pittsburgh for the game. I want to take my son to Pittsburgh again, or I want to take my son to Pittsburgh, period. But I think he's a little too young for that travel. Last time we went to Pittsburgh, we drove, which was a blast. All right, big stop. We got a timeout. They're going to try to make it a 6-point game. Let's just not get a roughing the kicker here, and then I think we'll be all right. I'm not even going to try to rush. Let him kick it. He hits it. 6-point game. I'm going to end up shanking the field goal on this or something, right? And then we'll end up having to go to overtime again. I don't even know who we play in preseason. I didn't even pay attention to that this year. I knew the Steelers. I thought 86 was going to break that. I knew the Steelers, but I don't even know who else we play. But usually that's who you're getting joint practices with, which is kind of fun. All right, Ron, you got ice in your veins here. Get a little check down, see if Kirby actually wants to catch it. Probably is going to fumble it away. Let's get on the ball here. 5 catches, 50 yards. Still a bum. They're playing press on the corner there on Kirby's side. Kirby can't shake anyone out of his boots, though. Ron's going to take this one. All right, let's get out of bounds. I was trying to send A up the field, and I was going to hit him, but my game's a little delayed here. Dakota might be good on this one. Get Kirby going out there. Nathan, we're going to go hot. Dakota. Diving catch. Let's go. Keep going. Minute 15. Let's go. Dakota, now's not the time to celebrate. Let's go. Come on, Dakota. Pulling who was it? Chase Claypool. Remember when he did that against the Steelers? He had this big catch and was just celebrating. Let's do it again. Works so nice. Oh, no. Ron said we're not done yet. That's what you like to hear out of your quarterback. I didn't even mean to call this play. You think we can get a run on him? Think we can get a run? 3rd and 3. I don't want to do a screen. Boy, not a lot of good options for audibles. 40 seconds. Kirby. $30 seconds. MJ? Let's go, MJ. Let's go. The only problem is we left a lot of time on this clock. 26 seconds, and our defense has been terrible. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That was a fun one. But now we need to stop. Dakota Claypool. That's what we're going to call him. Look at that. Ron's just got ice in his veins. Dakota, I didn't need to go for 2. I'm still up 1. Going for 2 would be pointless. What do I want to do? Make it a 2-point game instead of a 1-point game? All right. They have 3 timeouts. That's a lot of ball game left. That's a lot of ball game left. Let's get some pressures on this quarterback. Should have let him catch it on inbounds. Gets you adrenaline pumping. Nice minute and a half drive to get some points. Oh boy, that is not what you want. I don't know what happened there. I'm telling you, our defense is 2011 Dom Capers, and we let him get out of bounds too. This defense is struggling here. They're gassed. Get them. All right, that was huge. That was big. That was big. All right, let's get him. Yep, stand bound, idiot. All right. All right. They have 1 timeout left. Get another sack. That's ball game, ladies and gents. What a game. That was a fun one. Nice drive by Ron and company there. MJ with that screen for the win. Sucks to suck, Ravens. Ty says, I was with 60,000 people at Lambeau on Saturday. You were there. How dare you, Ty? You were at Lambeau Field with my wife? my wife was at the concert as well. How was the concert, Ty? Did you guys have a fun time? Here is that giveaway link for you guys as well. Make sure you're hanging out at the end of the show if you are going to enter, because that way, if you win, that way you can claim it. Speaking of which, we got to say thank you to my friends over at Nicolet Law who make the giveaways possible. So shout out to my friends over at Nicolet Law. Getting injured can turn your life upside down fast. Nicolet Law helps you get your footing back. They're a Midwest-based personal injury law firm that knows how insurance companies operate and how to push back. Nicolet Law handles the hard part so you can focus on healing and you don't pay anything unless you win your case. If you've been injured and need answers, start with Nicolet Law. Call 1-855-NICOLET or go to nicoletlaw.com. All right. Rondo, I can add you towards the end when I do the drawing. I'm not doing it quite yet. We got to do our simulation, which I don't know why the hell we even do it. I feel like it's impossible to win it. It's impossible. It's so frustrating, but we got to do it. I think if I took more time with it, then maybe we'd be a little bit better off, but it's just not going well. So we got bounced. We didn't even make the playoffs last week. If it's your first time watching, I do a game, I play a game, and then I sim a season as the GM. So I try to win a Super Bowl. We've made it to the NFC Championship 3 times. We've went to the Super Bowl once, and we cannot win. This year's Super Bowl is the Seahawks versus the Bills. I think the Seahawks have back-to-back. Is this their 3rd Super Bowl in a row? I don't remember. Let's take a look at our yearly awards. We have the Vince Baldwin winning Offensive Player of the Year, Jeremy Lang Defensive Player, Kirk Posey. None of my Packers are even on the list. Defensive Rookie of the Year. None of my Packers are on the list. Best quarterback, Jackson Dart. Jared Weaver. See, I don't have... Hey, we had offensive lineman top player, so that's great. And that's about where we lie. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. Dakota said, apparently I get my new snowblower tomorrow instead of first week of June. Dude, you might need it. We might get some snow coming in here. Bills win the Super Bowl 17-14. I would love that in real life. I would love that. You got the errands, right? I think that's what you said because you were asking me about that, but man, you cannot go wrong with getting an Aaron's. That Aaron's snowblower, oh, just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Quarterback X Factor, 49 million total. I don't know that, can we accept this option? That's a pretty big contract. I think we need to, though. Ouch, that hurts. I don't know how we're probably going to start getting some cap issues, I would imagine, but we'll see. It's a problem for future Ben. I think this is the guy that just won offensive lineman of the year. So let's see if we can't keep him around. And I think we're broke now. 21 million left. Right tackle 81. 25-year-old. Oh, you got an option on him. We don't need to do anything with him yet. Kicker. Kickers are fine, whatever. Dude, you're gonna absolutely love that snowblower. That snowblower just makes life so much better. It just makes life so much better. Let's see what free agents we have. Not that we have money. We have next to no money. So we have a free safety who's expected to get 10 million per year. I don't know that we need a free safety. I didn't even look to see what we need. Let's take a look here. We are in need of a halfback, running right tackle, center, strong safety, wide receiver. I think it said we needed a right tackle last time, but I don't think we actually need one. How much is he? 20 million per year. All right, we're just going to free agency. Or not free agency. We're going to go to the draft. But here's the thing. If you remember, we have a quarterback. We have a quarterback that is on our depth that we are going to try to trade. We took him in a first-round pick, I think. If not the first-round pick, we took him relatively high. So we are going to try to trade this guy. I don't know who has the first pick. I don't think we'll be able to get him with the first pick. But let's go to quarterbacks. 86 overall quarterback. Bears need a quarterback, but you don't want to trade it into your division. Let's see who has 13th pick, 25th. I mean, if we could get a top 10 pick for him, I think that'd be huge. I don't know that we will. I'm trying to see who needs a quarterback as well as the Raiders need one. I don't think they're going to give us I don't think they're going to give us the third overall pick for him, though. Yeah, not even close. We got to try to make a splash if we're going to go to the Super Bowl here. Ravens, they don't have the cap room for him. Anyone green on him? Browns don't have the cap room. Doesn't help that I do it right after free agency hits. All right, Falcons, you might have to be it. Two first-round picks for him for our backup quarterback. We'll take that. Let's start the draft. We have, let's see what the first overall, let's look at the draft board. We have a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback. We have a right tackle, which he doesn't look like he's a top 5 talent. What about this edge? Elite. And what about this one? So that's the better of the two for sure right there. Do we try to move up and get one of these picks? What do you think it would cost to get to 2? The Titans have it. Let's trade this up. Let's see if we can't get the Titans' second pick. And actually, before we do that, let's skip ahead one pick because we don't want to trade up and then that edge is gone. They took that edge. Okay, glad we did that, right? Because they took our one that we wanted. Did they not? Yes, they did. Okay, well, glad we didn't do that then. So then at this point, I don't really know that we see a reason to trade up that high. I want to make a splash, but I don't know that there's anything there to make a splash on. Is that left edge? He's decent, but he's not like elite in anything. Quick off the line. Where's Patrick? Is Patrick in here? We need some assistance on my scouting reports. Well, at this point, I think I have what am I drafting? 14th? I'm just gonna skip ahead and see where we land. 14th and 22nd. Quarterbacks. What's this left tackle looking like? I think this is our guy. 39th in true value. That's not good. That sucks. What do we got here? It's not strong, but he's quick off the edge here. 26. We got him at 22. We'll take that. Okay, quarterbacks galore. We're wasting a second round pick on this guy's first round talent. We're in the second round. Who knows? He might land something good. Number 6 in value, and we got him at 46th overall. So now this comes to question. Here's what we could do. We could start him as our quarterback this year and try to win Offensive Player of the Year and get 5 years of contract on him. We are at the last go. This is the last season with our quarterback. In real life, I don't think you'd ever do this because we have an X factor quarterback now who's an absolute stud. But like we could get a lot of draft capital for our quarterback, and I should not have selected that guy. That is not what I meant to do, but okay. I don't know. Is that too risky? I feel like I think we're gonna have to. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, and it is hard. It is hard here. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I think I might trade him. Our current quarterback for three first rounders, 3 second rounders. We could definitely get that. I'm gonna take that cornerback. That's fine. I think we won just by taking that cornerback or that quarterback, if we're being honest. Actually, I'm going to skip ahead to the end of the draft. No guts, no glory. I like the way you're thinking, Ron. Ron's QB1. So I think we start. Here's the deal. Let's go. I think we start our rookie. I think we trade. I think we trade our. I think we trade our current guy. Current guy's 88. Our rookie's 78. It's a pretty big jump, but I think he's going to take a big leap. So I think we're going to trade that. It's definitely no guts, no glory, but I think we're going to be okay with it. But we are going to do it at the end of the year. No, I think I'm going to do it. Let's jump to regular season. I think we have to. It's a video game. It's not real life. It's fine. But the question is, I think we got to try to wait to the end of the year to do it. I don't think we can do it right now because you want to give the team that's getting it, you want to get them to have really bad draft picks. But we can't do it at the end of the year. He's on his last year of his contract. So we need to do it right now. I'm just talking to myself through this. Is anyone even going to have the draft capital for him or the money for him? We're definitely not trading him to the division. No chance that's happening. The tough part is I think we might run into people who want him that don't have the money for him. Eagles could be an option. Giants, did they have the nope, they didn't have the draft cap. They have the Just trying to see who needs a corner, who needs a quarterback and has the cap space. All right. AFC team. There we go. All right, ladies and gents, we have our new. You know how mad an NFL franchise or like fan base would be if you have this young stud quarterback that's an X factor, like everything you want out of a quarterback, and you just traded him away as he's hitting the peak of his career. He's probably going to win MVP this year. All right, let's we're 4-3. See who's ready to negotiate. Let's also make sure that let's make sure Madden's not screwing with us like they did that one year or that one season. Nope, look at that. He's already 83 overall. He's a day one starter. He's cruising along. Let's see who we got ready to negotiate. We got almost 100 million. Left guard, 25 years old. We definitely want this guy back. We got him, so that's good. Mike linebacker. He didn't sign. We'll have to try to get him again. Tight end, 90 overall. That's big. Got him. Defensive tackle. Another tight end. Try to get this offensive line, keep them together. I missed if he re-signed. He must not have. Steve says, burning hot question. Let's advance 1 week. Burning hot question. Would you give up video games for free coffee for life? What's the alternative here, Steve? Do I still have the ability to buy coffee? Or is my options no video games and I get free coffee, or video games and I can buy coffee, or am I out like without coffee? Because that changes my dynamic. I don't mind paying for coffee. Paying for coffee doesn't, oh my gosh, these guys are killing me here. Paying coffee doesn't really bother me. But and I don't play a ton of video games, if we're being honest. If you can't tell by my Madden skills, I don't play a ton of video games anymore. So it wouldn't be a huge thing for me to give up, but I do enjoy playing video games from time to time. You said without coffee. I don't even think I can sign these guys anymore. Shoot. So if I have video games, I don't get coffee. If I gave up coffee, I would be able to. Yeah, I think I would still. I would. I feel like I would. I feel like I would rock out coffee for sure. I'm a coffee addict, man. Dude, this guy's not going to re-sign. I guess we'll have to try to get him in during the offseason. Let's see how this we're getting close to time. Let's see how this season finishes off. Joshua, good to see you, man. Burning hot question. Who, in your opinion, was the greatest talent the Green Bay ever had? Not the greatest player, but the greatest talent. I mean, I think it would be hard to argue against Aaron Rodgers being like the greatest talent the Packers have ever had, in the sense of how well he could play the quarterback position, how accurate he could throw the football. You look at like a guy like Dan Marino that gets so much praise and what he could do, and the fact that Aaron Rodgers kind of had the same curse, right? Dan Marino got to a Super Bowl early in his career. He lost it. Thankfully, Rodgers won his. And everyone's like, oh, he'll be back, and just could never get back. But I think talent-wise, Aaron has to be one of the most unreal talented players that we'll ever witness in our lifetimes, which is a tough thing to kind of realize. But all right, here we go. Let's see if we can get to the divisional round, or past the divisional round, excuse me. NFC Championship game. Can we do it? We got 2 new injuries, which is not good. Our tight end and all right. Johnny or Ronnie says, when was the last time you ate Arby's? I think did we win that one? We lost it. We lost it, of course. Of course. Last time I ate Arby's, I think like a week ago. Rookie of the year. There we go. That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. I don't even care if our guy, I don't know who Tony is, but Tony was number 3 on the list. There's our quarterback that we traded away. Look at that. Austin Van Buren, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, and then Tony Clements. That must be our quarterback. So we had 2 guys on the list here. We'll take that. That's huge. Best wide receiver, Austin Van Buren. That's huge. And then our offensive lineman. That's going to be big for our team as far as boosting players up. So that is great. Let's see who's going to the Super Bowl. Rhonda says she agrees with me, and so does Chris. Roger spoiled us. I mean, he wasn't a perfect player by any means, but man. All right, looks like the Bills back-to-back Super Bowl champions. We lost to the Bills in the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering properly. Let's take a look at these draft picks. So 22nd overall, 30th overall, 31st. That's pretty brutal. That is pretty brutal. And I don't know. We got a couple minutes, so I'm just looking. We got a left tackle. That's a projected top 5, an edge top 5, D tackle, another edge top 5. So maybe we bundle up some of these guys and see if we can't splash on it. But that is next week's problem. Thankfully, we got some good things going for us here by choosing to trade away our franchise. We got some good things going for us. All right, let's get this drawing going. Does anyone need to be added? I know, Rhonda, I think you said you needed to be added. Does anyone else need to be added to this? Because I can definitely get you added. What a fun night of Madden. We that bounce back was a lot of fun. That was a fun drive. Ron really did his thing there, that's for sure. MJ did his thing too. Nice screenplay. Rhonda, I think, are you the only one that needs to be added yet? Holy cow, it's bright. Make sure Rhonda's not in here. We got Batman in here, which is good. All right, we'll get you added, Rhonda. All right, let's get this shared. Rhonda. All right. 1 through 50. Best of luck, everyone. Once again, huge thank you to my friends over at Nicolet Law for making these giveaways possible. Good luck, everyone. Alfonso? Or is it going to be George? Oh, George. 1 through 50. Alfonso, I thought you were sniping that one. George, 1 through 50 if you're in here, man. If you are in here, 1 through 50. You could be lurking in the shadows, but I haven't seen you in chat at all. So, George, if you're in here, we got to start the timer. Let's do a 60-second timer. Oh, there he is, 4 and up. Didn't even need the timer. Look at this guy. All right, George. 4 and up. I should have been able to guess that for you. George, you can't see it. It's too blown out, but you got number 4 here. George, you got yourself a Kenny Clark 8x10. Congratulations. Thank you guys for entering. Thanks to Nicolet Law for making it possible. George, I'll reach out to you, either shoot you an email or shoot you a message on Instagram or something like that, and get your address from you, and then I'll get that out. I don't think I'm going to get anything out this week. I think it'll be next week that I ship things out. So I appreciate you guys immensely. Also, thank you all for hanging out, the interactions, the chit chat, the banter that we have. It's awesome. I really can't say how much I appreciate you guys and being here every week, hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do. It's something I look forward to every single week. So it's so fun that we have so many like usual suspects, and we've all kind of gotten to know each other, which is awesome. And even if people are new here for the first time, it's awesome seeing new faces as well. So really, I can't say how much I appreciate you guys. I really, it's awesome. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And as always, we will see you right here, same time, same place next week. And until then, go back, go.